You're listening to 8158 Podcast Stories of Sacrifice. But today, this is Off Duty, a special series inside the 8158 Podcast where we bring back past guests, pour a drink, and talk about life when the uniform comes off. No calls, no scripts, no pressure to relieve the heavy stuff. Just real conversation about who we are outside the job, the laughs, the lessons, and the life that happens after the shift ends. So grab your drink of choice, get comfortable, and join us for the off-duty conversation.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of 8158 Podcast. This is our off-duty edition, and the returning guest is Kaegen. Let's welcome Kaegen to the off-duty session of the podcast. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Another day.
Yeah? How's life been treating you?
It hasn't been bad at all. Just literally been working, coming home to the wife and kid. So trying to get out where I can.
They keep you busy?
The kid always keeps me busy. He gives me a run for my money every day.
Running around the house and getting into stuff. And
yeah, climbing on everything. Yeah.
And how old is your child?
He'll be 3 in May.
Oh, so you got past the terrible 2s.
2 hasn't been very bad. I'm worried about 3. This kid's too smart for his own good.
That's right. Yeah, we actually started making an off-duty edition rocks class. See that?
Yeah, I need to order that.
And it also has the podcast logo on the back.
I like it. Yeah, I'll definitely be ordering one.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of that stuff. It's been, life has been so crazy. I know your life has been absolutely crazy, and that's what we're here for. But our life has just been like,
well, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it keeps you out of trouble.
Well, yeah, it does keep us out of trouble, except for speeding tickets and stuff.
Eh.
Oh my gosh. So I noticed you shaved off the old Fu Manchu. What happened with that?
It's actually kind of embarrassing. I was trimming it up and messed it up. So, but the wife was like, you know what? I really like it. So I kept it off for a little while.
Yeah. Trust me, I totally understand that, because when I shave, I got to be really careful. My wife does not like it when I go too short on the facial hair. On the sides, yes. But if I screw up here, I have to shave it off because I don't like it and it looks stupid. And then she gets mad at me because I look like a 10-year-old boy.
I completely agree. After I shaved it, I started getting carded for alcohol and nicotine. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Like, I'm a grown-ass man.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I hadn't been carded since I was like 21.
Wow. Now all of a sudden you shave your face and then you're getting carded for all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I got carded to buy spray paint not too long ago.
What? Well, you got really serious with that one.
I know. Oh, yeah. It was, and I was in like work uniform. So if we need something for the station, sometimes we just go out and grab it. And I was in like uniform and got carded.
Wow. So they're like, we're not buying your costume, sir.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't buy the costume. We know you could buy those at the dime store.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. That is so crazy. It's good to have you back on here. It's good to see your face again, man. And I'm glad that things are going great for you. So how is life treating you at home?
I really outside of work, I really can't complain. Like, I got a home to come home to. I got a wife and kid that love me. Like, I'm way more blessed than most.
Right.
So
getting the support you need and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I actually did the Healing Heroes.
You did?
Yeah. So I did that. It was actually a really good experience that unfortunately happened at a very bad time. My brother-in-law passed away just as I started. So it was like, but it all worked out, I think.
Unfortunately, your brother-in-law passed away. That's always a hard
Yeah.
blow.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear that you reached out to. Did you talk to Dan Jarvis, correct?
Um, I didn't talk to Dan directly. I talked to what's her name? One of the gals, super sweet, super nice. And then I was paired up with Gabriel, a firefighter out in Florida.
There you
So he
go.
was a super,
Somebody
super
that knows.
cool guy.
That's awesome. And how'd that work out for you?
It helped a lot. It really helped a lot. I don't have nightmares about work anymore. And that was a big one. Yeah, my anxiety is not I can tell it's not work related anymore. It's just normal anxiety, which I can live with without a problem. So,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's been super good.
That is amazing. I love it. I think, yeah, I remember talking with you about that on the podcast the last time because I did some sessions with him and I know I still take my medication for the anxiety and stuff, but they're nowhere near as hard because now I have tools to utilize how to deal with that.
But yeah. Yeah, and I had a couple pretty tough calls since then, and I have been able to
Hmm.
go back and process it in the way that their process went. So I
Hmm.
able to talk to myself. I look up like I'm standing in front of Jesus, and it it's just a wonderful way to help process it.
That is amazing. That just gave me chills.
Yeah, I've even been getting back to church a little more, so
Okay.
that's been really good.
That's awesome.
So
It's been helping you quite a bit then.
yeah, I think it definitely helped in my marriage. I'm not as on
Okay.
edge. I can come home and actually relax most days, so I can enjoy my kiddo.
Right. So basically, you're able to come home and live a normal lifestyle and enjoy your family even after, dealing with the tough calls and all that stuff at work.
But yeah, yeah. Holidays. This holiday was actually really good. Usually holidays, I've just increased anxiety, increased depression. Don't want to be around. I'd rather just be at work. I actually really enjoyed my holidays this season.
And how long has it been since you actually enjoyed a holiday?
About 10 years.
Wow. That is a long time.
Yeah, so it started when my dad passed. My dad passed 10 years ago, and then I got on the job about 3 years after he had passed, and it was just compound after compound after compound. So I haven't enjoyed holidays since I was in high school.
Jeez. So for everybody who's listening, healingtheheroes.org, trust me, I did a few sessions with Dan Jarvis, and obviously Kagan has done his sessions with the person that he was paired up with. And trust me, it works. It is a good thing. And it is for free.
Yeah, I recommend it to everyone. I've recommended it to multiple other people at my department.
Okay. And have they taken you up on that or anything like that?
I don't think so. One of my buddies that I would like him to go through it, he's currently in paramedic class, so he's got a lot on his plate. I will say that the sessions were not pleasant,
Hmm.
but you got to embrace the suck to get better. Just like working out, you got to go to the gym and make yourself sore, make yourself hurt to feel better. So I'm gonna see if he's willing to do it when he finishes medic class. He's almost done. He's got like 3 more months. He's almost there.
That's cool.
So
That is pretty cool. I really hope that he takes you up on that because, I mean, seeing the transformation with you and going through like what we talked about on Healing the Heroes, it's like between night and day.
but yeah.
You're less like before you were like really tense.
Oh
You're
yeah.
like, you had a lot on your mind. You were going through a lot of stuff, and now you're just kind of like chill, relaxed. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's so much easier just to decompress. It's so much easier to come home and like I'll come home after a long shift. We run calls all night and I'm able to lay down and just go to bed without even thinking I'm asleep in 20 minutes.
that is amazing.
Yep. It's so nice.
Wow. I can't imagine, not being able to, when you come home, not being able to go to sleep because your mind is racing.
Mhm,
I know I've had that before where my mind was just racing and it couldn't shut off. It wouldn't just shut off. So you're up pretty much half the night, all the night until you're so exhausted that your body just shuts down.
mhm.
And doing it day after day after day, I couldn't even imagine what that put you through.
That definitely wasn't fun, but, like, I used to take melatonin, and melatonin was always a double-edged sword 'cause, I would just have the wildest dreams. Like, it made no sense. Sometimes it'd be work related, sometimes it'd just be absolutely random, just, like, on a hike or something, and just everything's going all weird, and, I don't need melatonin anymore. I still take my, glycerin glycogen, whatever it's called. It just helps me stay asleep. I still wake up pretty easy, but,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it helps me stay asleep, so but doesn't give me nearly as bad of fever dreams as melatonin.
Yeah. I'm pretty notorious for wild dreams, let me tell you. Crazy, crazy, crazy dreams. I try to interpret them as much as I can.
Mhm. I stop
I know a
because
lot of my
sometimes it doesn't make sense.
you're like, I don't understand what's going on here, but I
Yeah, so it's actually funny. It brings me back to as a kid, I was in the prime time of Avatar: The Last Airbender on the cartoon. And there's an episode where the main character is like he can't sleep, he's stressed out due to whatever, and he just stays awake for like 2 days straight, and he starts like his pets start talking to him and fighting and all that, and like I swear some of my dreams were exactly like that.
wow, just didn't make sense or anything. Just kind of
Yeah,
lad.
yeah. The younger viewers that enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender will understand that reference.
Yeah, the younger generation, but probably wouldn't.
It's a good cartoon. It was a really good cartoon.
Yeah. I know they don't make cartoons like they used to.
No, and it upsets me. Like I watch the cartoons my kid watches, and now we
Hmm.
put on like Spider-Man and Friends and that. But even like some of the other stuff, I'm like, what is going on?
What kind of crap is
Yeah.
this?
I like Teen Titans. Teen Titans used to be one of my favorite cartoons to watch. Used to be super cool,
Right.
well written, and now it's just garbage. Like these big bobblehead
Wow.
guys and just sucks.
Wow. I know when I grew up, we didn't have Teen Titans. We had Voltron, we had Transformers, we had Go-Go-Bots and G.I. Joe, and what was that other one with the tigers, the human tigers or whatever they were.
Power Rangers?
No, not the Power Rangers. It was a cartoon and they were like humanoid, but they looked like lions and tigers. I can't never remember the name of it now.
Yeah, I can't. I know what you're talking about.
And then we had He-Man,
Yeah,
obviously.
He-Man. Yeah, I got to watch a little bit of He-Man when I was much younger.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the cartoons we grew up with, and I waited every Saturday to watch them.
Hmm.
And sometimes they were on right after school, and I'd come home from school and watch them right after school. Pretty awesome. And unfortunately, they don't make them like they used to anymore.
No, they don't. Yeah, because I grew up with like Phineas and Ferb, Codename Kids Next Door, Ed and Eddie, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Phantom, Ben 10.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they try and do like the remakes, but it's not the same. The animation sucks.
Never. Yeah. Never is. I see you got the fluffy kitty there.
Yeah, this is Sigma. This is my wife's cat. My cat is Andy,
Oh,
and he's kind of a butthead. This one's a
he's kind of a butthead.
Yeah, this one's a love bug. Loves his pets.
I see. Yeah, he loves getting loved on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good kitty. Yeah, we love pets too. I mean, we got 2 dogs, and they are brats, but we love them all the much, all the same.
Yeah,
They're expensive.
my dogs, I got 3. I got Poe, Kira, and a Granite. Poe's a big,
Holy
like, Mastiff Pit Bull Husky mix, like a weird mix. It's like 120 pounds, and he's just a
big dog.
yeah, but he's a super gentle giant.
Yeah,
Kira's a border collie, little rambunctious.
right.
Granite's a golden retriever, and he's just happy to be here. Like you can just tell he's like, "Oh, I'm just happy. I'm here. I got some pets. I'm good to go."
Yeah, he's got friends to play with.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, your dog kinda makes our pit bull look like a puppy dog.
yeah. So
Our pit bull makes pounds,
yeah,
but he's all muscly.
yeah. Poe's kind of fat. We spoil our dogs.
Yeah, every dog should be spoiled. They all should be absolutely. I don't know if I ever told you the story about how we got our dogs, but, yeah, we, ended up with Chewy. He is a, pit and Australian Shepherd mix. He is half the size of Duke, and Chewy was surrendered to us by a coworker's sister of my wife, and I guess she was in a very abusive relationship, and the guy used to take the dog and pick him up by the throat and punch him, use him as a punching bag in front of his biker buddies, and they would just kinda stand around and laugh about it, and when Brienne had called me and said, "Hey, would you wanna take this dog because she's trying to get rid of him?" And at that time, we were just buying this house. It was brand new, wasn't even finished being built yet, and, I'm like, "Well, we're moving into a new house, we don't need a pet right." Well, she told me the story about what happened. I'm like, "Okay, we'll take him, to get him out of that situation."
Hmm.
She told me that this man had picked him up and used him as a punching bag, and I was like, "We're not gonna wait till Friday. We're gonna get him today. I want him now. He's gonna come home with us today." And I was all the way up in Indianapolis, and, I live in Kentucky. So, yeah, we got Chewy, and then we took Chewy to the trainer, and our trainer had been fostering other dogs, and, because the center where they keep the dogs was getting full, and we ended up with Duke, and I'd seen him on the, Facebook. Well, Brienne had showed me a picture of him, and I was like, "That looks like Chewy, but his head is huge." "Oh, this is a dog, his name is Ryder, and our trainer has him, Danielle has him, and she's fostering him." And I'm like, "Well, Chewy needs a brother." She's like, "No, he doesn't." I'm like, "Yes, he does." So, yeah, we ended up going to see Duke and meeting up with him. We took Chewy over there, they got along, and I knelt down right in front of Duke, and well, this was before Duke had his name because I named him Duke, and, I knelt down in front of him. He's full breed pit bull, all, like, tan color. He walked right up to me and licked me on the chin. I'm like, "Nope, he's coming home with us right now."
I love
So
that.
we adopted him, and yeah. Yeah, she's like, "Well, if you just wanna make sure." I'm like, "Nope, he's not coming back." He's been with us ever since. Last couple of years now. Pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, when my wife and I moved into this house, we'd probably been in for like 2 weeks. I was just about finished with medic class. She really wanted a dog. We're like, all right, let's go look. Not really expecting to find anything. And then we found Poe. Poe was super sweet, just kind of chilled, hung out.
Right.
And then we found Kira as well. I really liked Poe. I liked how calm he was, how chill he was. He'd come and he thinks he's a lap dog, a 120-pound lap dog.
Yes, they do.
But my wife found Kira and they get along really fine. The only thing we couldn't do was feed them together at the time.
Mhm.
And so we ended up adopting both of them. And then my wife saw the golden retrievers. Someone was selling golden retrievers. And of course, she suckered me into getting a third dog.
My gosh. you are in for a run for your money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a zoo going on.
Yeah. Building a shelter for yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I imagine you got some pretty good dogs. So golden retrievers are amazing animals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this like I said, he's just happy to be here.
Yeah. Out of his situation and in a good home.
Yeah, actually he came from a pretty good home. Um he's a purebred. So he came from a home out in Henderson, Nevada. Um
Okay.
but they're like we weren't trying to have puppies, but we had puppies.
Yeah, puppies anyways, the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of animals, they are special creatures and they also help with a lot of stress and anxiety as
They
well.
do. We actually just got a new chief at my department, and he has like a certified therapy dog that can like smell cortisol.
Oh, wow.
So like if you're in distress, the dog will alert and won't leave your side.
Wow.
Or if you just got done
That is
running,
awesome.
that dog will lick you to death. But yeah, it's a
That's salty.
yeah, it's a little bulldog. Her name is Ember. It's actually a really really nice change of pace. It's super cool.
That's pretty awesome. That's awesome that your chief has brought in an emotion support animal.
Yes.
I know Brianne and I went to the Mental Health Awareness Summit
Hmm.
in Wilmington, North Carolina, and we were there. Some great, amazing people. One of the nights we were there, we were having dinner with all of the guests and the first responders that were there, and I started getting, anxiety because of the white noise.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people there. I was comfortable with everybody that was there because I felt safe, but the white noise was starting to get to me.
Oh yeah.
So I had side and I could feel, my attacks coming a little bit and I was trying to control it with, sessions and everything like that. But Issa, who is a medic from Florida, she was on our podcast and she had stayed with us in the Airbnb that we had rented. And she had an emotional support dog. Her name was Bailey. Beautiful, beautiful dog. I love that dog. She is just so amazing, very loving. And first thing I remembered and I thought of was getting back to the Airbnb because Bailey was there. And I knew that if I got back there, she would help calm it down. And as soon as I got there, she come running out, sat next to me, and I was petting on her, and then everything just dissipated like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's amazing what dogs can do. The wildland side out in California, they're starting to bring like service dogs around.
Mhm.
I was up in California on the Palisade fire last year. I was ripping through LA,
Oh, wow.
and definitely just a crappy time. I mean, it looked like just a wasteland. The first 2 days were apocalyptic, like smoke, fire, just neighborhoods burning down. And then the coming days after we got the fire stopped in the residential areas, we were tasked with putting out hot spots and keeping an eye out for bodies. So that kind of sucked. Not kind of, it really sucked. But every morning they'd have a couple dogs over by the chow. So go get my chow, and then on my way back to the truck, get to sit, play with the dog for a few minutes, and it was definitely a game changer.
Yeah, definitely. I could imagine. That that whole thing was just horrific.
Oh yeah,
I mean, just seeing it from our perspective, just watching it on the television was horrific. I couldn't imagine seeing it in person.
it was.
I don't live in California.
Yeah, it was an experience.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That is
definitely
wild.
an experience. But we were treated so well as well. We were in we I was on the Eaton fire. Not the I was over the Palisade Eaton, Hollywood or whatever, all three fires. So I was on the Eaton
Mhm.
fire. The Eaton fire was the one in kind of the lower income communities, definitely heavy Hispanic. And
Right.
their hospitality was just amazing. There was a church group out there, and a couple times we'd go and like for lunch. You can't really want the sack lunches sometimes. I mean, it just kind of gets old. But they were grilling up burgers, so we'd go and get a burger or a hot dog. Well, we got to the point where we were like, oh, we're burnt out on burgers and hot dogs, so we were like, yeah, we'll enjoy our sack lunch. We're just kind of chilling out of the way, taking our lunch, and these guys came and found us.
Really?
Yeah, they came and found us and were like, hey, we didn't see you. Figured you guys were busy, so we came to you. Wanted to make sure you guys got your burgers and fries and that. It's like, felt bad because we were hiding from them, but at the same time, I was like, this is like, hadn't been treated this way on any other fire. It was
That's
absolutely
crazy.
amazing. The hospitality was just amazing.
Yeah. The Hispanic communities, when they get together, they are
Hmm.
very hospitable,
Yep.
especially when they invite you to their
Yeah.
homes. Be prepared. I hope you're hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had a boss that he was originally from Mexico and immigrated to the United States in 1970, and his wife was about 10 years, 20 years younger than him. And let me tell you what, I go to their house because when we conduct business and I take all the paperwork to his house, I had to go there hungry because whether I was full or not, I had to eat.
Hmm.
And she was the best at making Mexican food. She was from Mexico and she was an amazing cook. So I always made sure I was hungry when I went there because I was going to eat and I eat a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I had a buddy
And they get
growing up. His name was Elmer, and super polite, super proper. His parents, I believe, were immigrants. Just kind of the way that they didn't take anything for granted, but go over there every once in a while and good. I ate so much. His mom first look at me. Why are you so skinny? I mean, I was a small kid. I weighed at that point, I was probably 50, 60 pounds, and I was probably 10 or 11. So I was a small kid. I was on Adderall too, so like basically legalized meth. So no wonder I was small. But she made sure I did not go hungry. She sent me home with leftovers and all that. And I was like, holy cow. My dad enjoyed the heck out of it.
He's like, go over their house again.
Yeah.
She come home and bring me a plate.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then my buddy's wife is Hispanic, and she cooks some good food. Tamales during the holidays. Oof.
I'm sold. I'm sold already.
Right.
I am sold. Mexican, but I love tamales.
We'll have you over for card night.
Hey, that would be a good plan. We'll play some cards as long as I get to eat some tamales.
Absolutely.
That'd be pretty awesome. I know we're trying to make it as far as Texas because we have a friend in Texas. He is in Houston right now, and he does a card night with first responders in his garage, and he knows a lot of people.
Hmm.
But he works for DHS, and he's an awesome guy. He's a DJ on our station as well as the other rock station that we're on.
Hmm.
Pretty awesome. Real awesome dude. So if we ever make it down that way, I'll be sure to stop by.
Absolutely. Anytime.
We'll be sure to stop by because I like tamales. I might be Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I'm about as white as they come. So getting good tamales is you got to make friends with the right people.
Like, I know the right people that make them because I know it's only there's a small window. It's got to be like a Christmas tradition type
Mhm.
thing. But like with the Puerto Ricans, they only make the pasteles are a Puerto Rican version of
Mhm.
tamales. So instead of using a masa for the corn masa, they use plantain masa. So it's basically uh, the banana, like a weird banana type of masa, and wrap that with the with the banana leaves and all that stuff.
Is it
But it's
sweeter?
basically well, the plantains don't have much of a flavor, but it's not spicy and it has its own unique flavor because of the spices they use on the island. But it's pretty much the same identical thing.
Man, that sounds good.
It is good. First time I went to Puerto Rico, I made sure that we got authentic pasteles.
Oh,
The best place, the best places, if you ever go to Puerto Rico, let me tell you something. When you go to Puerto Rico, stay away from the bigger cities. The best places to find are off the beaten path. If you find like a little shack on the side of the road, that is the best place to find the best food.
no, so it's like barbecue food out in Texas.
Yeah, just out in the middle of nowhere. That's the best food. Yeah, gondoli rice. We found all that stuff. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Puerto Rico's definitely on my my destination list.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not really too expensive.
Yeah, and I mean that's a big part of it.
Yeah, for for my wife and I for a plane ticket, it only cost us $600 round trip for both of us. So it was like 300 something dollars a piece. And then we rented an Airbnb for. It's better to rent an Airbnb than it is to get a hotel.
Mhm.
It's totally cheaper, and then you get your own place. So we found an Airbnb, and we've been there twice. The last time we got an Airbnb uh, right off the beach, and that was only like $1,100 for a whole week.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, and then a couple $100 for a week for a rental car. So all in all, it really wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And then to be on the beach, and then we had like a little balcony area we can go out, and I had a couple of cigars out there on the beach at night, having a drink and just hearing the waves crashing. And man, it's just amazing.
Some actual Puerto
It's
Rican
beautiful.
cigars. Oof.
Yes, yes. I brought some back with me.
I bet I would have too.
Yeah, we went to Old San Juan the second time we went, and we found a cigar shop, and I picked up a humidor box, and then we bought a bunch of cigars,
Mhm.
and I put them in there. And well, when they pull out the cigars, they take the cigars out of the humidors and put them in their bigger humidors to sell them individually. But they sell the boxes, so you can buy the boxes separately. So I bought a box, and then I bought a bunch of separate cigars, and I brought them back. I stuffed them in my backpack when I came back, and I still have a whole bunch of them because I haven't.
I can't say I don't blame you. I'd have a cigar in my hand right now, but my wife would have my head and make me sleep
Yes,
literally in the doghouse if I smoked in the house.
a large part of why I don't. I mean, we don't smoke in our house. I don't smoke generally. I don't smoke cigarettes. I do vape, but we don't smoke any of the stuff in the house. So I usually just take them outside when it's nice out and when
Mhm.
I'm grilling or out there, or when her dad comes over and we're out at the pool in our backyard and just kind of enjoying the outside. That's when I usually go. And we do have cigar bars here in Kentucky. So like if we go to Danville, there's a cigar bar. We'll just go over there and have a few drinks and smoke cigar in there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've only been to one cigar bar, and it was for like my kind of a bachelor party before I got married.
Mm,
So I was down in Phoenix, or we got married down in Phoenix. So
okay.
got to go to the cigar bar down there. Pretty cool. But yeah, I smoke cigars. Sometimes I just have a night where I want to sit out. I got a little fire pit in my backyard. Take my scotch and
Yeah.
have a cigar and sit there next to the fire. Or when I go golfing, sometimes I'll have a cigar.
Okay. Absolutely. Hey, enjoy life while you can,
No,
right?
I try to.
So what kind of scotch do you like?
So my favorite scotch, I have come to found out, is anything finished in a rum barrel.
Ooh. So now you're getting into the Puerto Rican side because
Yeah.
rum is like
Yeah, so Glenlivet has a 6-year cast, aged 4 in a Scotch barrel, two in a finished off,
Okay.
two in a rum barrel, and it's got this like a tropical you get that aftertaste of like that rum, like a little sweeter, almost like a
Yeah.
brandy.
Yeah. Wow.
So right now
Wow. That sounds
I got a Dewar's 15.
okay. You a 15-year-old there.
Yeah, nice little like $50 bottle. Nothing crazy. Nice little weekend scotch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I like, you ever heard of Chivas Regal?
I can't say that I have.
It's imported from Scotland. Chivas Regal, they have a 12-year-old scotch, which is really good. It's really smoky and you can definitely taste the oak and it's really smooth. It's super smooth for a 12-year-old scotch. And you get into the 18-year-old scotch, which is extremely smooth. So if you buy a bottle of Chivas Regal, it's only like 38 dollars a bottle, like the same size you got there. And then if you go to an 18-year, that is like $100 a bottle. Now, if you want a 25-year bottle of Chivas Regal, you're talking about $500 a bottle.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So I got another buddy, my buddy Zach. His dad was actually super good friends with my dad. They were both firefighters together,
Mhm.
like super good friends. And as a reward for finishing my medic class, he got me a really good bottle of scotch, and I can never remember the name of what it is. It's like a 14-year finished off in a rum
Okay.
barrel.
Yeah.
But when I went to go get my bottle and kind of sit down and chit chat with him, he had just gotten back from Scotland,
Okay.
and he loves his scotch. So I got to try a couple.
Yeah.
I got to try a couple different scotches.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it was good.
I love scotch. Me personally, I am a scotch and a bourbon kind of guy.
Yeah, me too. I like if I'm doing an old fashioned, I like brandy in my old fashions.
Yeah.
I like a little bit
Yeah.
of fruitier tastes
Right.
with the brandy.
Right. You know, there's this place, it's called here in Kentucky, it's called OBC Kitchen. It's like a high-end restaurant bar type of thing. And I always, when we go there, and it's super expensive, but we just order hors d'oeuvres and appetizers for dinner because there's so much of it
Hmm.
when they bring it out. We pay more for the drinks. I order what's called a Professor Oak, and they use smoked bourbon. And what they do is they put orange citrus in it, and then they put an oak smoke. They smoke it with an oak chip, and then they swirl it around, and then they pour it over ice. And that is, oh, wow.
And that sounds good.
In fact, my wife got me this thing right here. You probably don't know what that is.
Is that one of the smokers?
Yes, this is a smoker. It has chips in it.
Yeah, you just put it on
I
top of the
put oak.
glass, light the chips, close it, let it smoke up the glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got it for me for Christmas, and it was one of those, the 25-day Christmas things. The event calendar things,
Hmm.
and I was like, okay, what is this? This doesn't make sense. What's this? This doesn't make sense. And it was like a spoon, and then there was this, and I was like, wait a minute. Then I started realizing what it was, and I just opened them all up. Yeah, oak and like maple and all kinds of apple wood and all kinds of different flavors. So I'm like, yeah, I know what this is. I opened it all.
Yeah. So
I'm not waiting anymore.
my smoker, it's like a glass, just little cover that you put on top of wood, and you can put some chips. I actually found pellets I use for smoking my meat in my smoker work pretty well for that. So
Yeah,
I just light those up, and I'll smoke my glasses if I'm making like an old fashioned or something.
absolutely. Why not?
So
Shit,
yeah, it
it works.
works pretty well.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's pretty cool. Have you been out there? So, what kind of weather do you guys have right now? Because it is in Kentucky right now.
It's like 80 degrees right now. No wind. It is like It is gorgeous. If I wasn't sitting here talking to you, I'd be on the golf course right now. Like,
I bet you would.
oh yeah, yeah. It's supposed to get up to 100 degrees next week.
Wow.
Yeah,
100. That's hot.
I'm not excited because I work.
I always tell people that I would rather deal with the 100-degree dry weather in Montana versus 89 degrees with a 90% humidity in Kentucky any day.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a good representation of humidity. When I was in Texas last year, it was in the beginning of May, so it really wasn't all that bad. It was humid because it rained every day, and we had tornado warnings every day.
Yeah,
But
jeez.
I did like the humidity. I like humidity. I just kind of my thing. When it's 110 degrees and a dry heat, and you step outside for 2 minutes and it feels like your skin is literally cooking, kind of sucks.
Yeah, I've been out in some stuff like that on the roof. That sucked.
Oh yeah, like when it feels hotter outside than it does inside the fire in my turnouts, there's a problem.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's totally insane. I couldn't even imagine, being geared up dealing with that.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had a fire last year. I think it was had to have been at least 105. Just in the desert, we had like a full acre lot of just trash and it hoarder conditions was on fire and it spread to the brush. It ended up being like a 5 acre brush fire. And of course, me being one of the only wildland guys on my shift, I was tasked with doing the wildland stuff. So I
Wow.
wasn't in my turnouts, which was nice. I was in my wildland gear, but still, I was hiking up and down this hill, up and down, refill my bladder bag, and it just, oh, we were out there for 8 straight hours.
I imagine you probably sweated off more pounds than you weighed.
I think I got, fortunately, so our ambulance company usually pretty good at sending us a rig when we have fires like that or something like that, and specifically for us. Because I got 2 IVs in the span of that
Okay.
hours. So I got 2 bags of fluid in me. So it kept me hydrated. I think everyone got at least 1 IV. Yeah.
I mean, just getting one, but you ended up with two.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was
You couldn't
probably
drink
hiking the most.
it.
So I just couldn't replenish that salt fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you couldn't drink enough water to keep yourself hydrated like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But like the AMR supervisor came out, I think twice with extra IV stuff for the crew that was out there.
Okay.
It worked out. It actually ran very, very well. We had 4 different departments there helping out. We're actually doing like legitimate um tender operations like for a fire inside like district boundaries. It ran super smooth and like we did full like wildland. We had everything but aircraft for the most part.
Wow.
So it was cool.
That's pretty awesome, man. Uh, as you can tell, the background in my office looks different.
Yes, yes, it does.
I did a little work on my office. Well, actually, I started off doing some work in my wife's office because she was starting a podcast and I wanted her to have her own space, to feel comfortable. Because we used that room as the merch room because we were making merch in her
Hmm.
room. And so we ended up putting the merch in the garage because there's plenty of space out in the garage to do the merch. And we converted her office into a podcast room where I did all the painting and, did everything she wanted. And then I was like, now I have to redo my office. I got to take down everything. So my walls aren't gray anymore. They're like a sand color and a brown. As you can see in the background, I got the logos up there for the podcast and our foundation. And then I got the lights and you see the trim up there. I did all the trim
It looks good.
and that's thank you. And that's not painted wood. That is burnt. I burned the wood so it would bring out the grain of the
Mhm.
wood. I used a torch, just kind of like like you're painting with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just lightly burn it, and that brings out the grain of the wood. It looks really good. I trimmed the windows, the doors, and around the top, lights up,
That's
and the
awesome.
flags.
I'd like to get lights all throughout my living room. I unfortunately have a 2-bed, 2-bath house, so the kid gets one room, I got the other one.
Yeah,
So the living room is kind of our office slash relaxing space.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well, you do you gotta
yeah, it would definitely be cool to put some lights up. There's so much we
add some
want to do to the
ambiance.
house.
Yeah. So this was the place you were talking about buying a while ago because you were looking at buying a place, or was that somebody else that
I think that was somebody
you're
else
talking to?
because I'd been in this house for 2 years when I was on,
Okay.
so I'm going on 3 years in this house.
Okay. Yeah. So you were already there when we talked last.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because when we did the interview, I was actually up in St. George at my grandparents, and then
Okay. That's why it looked.
yeah, when we did the actual podcast, I believe I was here.
I hear you. That's why it looks different. That's what I say. Okay. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, it's tough being a homeowner and making the mortgage and all that stuff. But I would rather pay a mortgage than rent to somebody else and then have them say, "Well, I'm going to sell the house, so you got to get out."
Yeah,
Like, no.
yeah, yeah. We try and decorate. I mean, we got some wedding photos and all that up. We got my little corner over there next to the cat tree and my messy table. So
Yeah.
I got my
Okay.
dad's old fire helmet up, and my wife actually
Seen it.
bought me a old LA County fire hat from like the 50s. So in
Wow.
fact, let me go grab that.
That's a classic.
Yeah, so old LAFD
Wow.
fire helmet, still pretty traditional. And then in here, I'm assuming there was webbing kind of in throughout here, but
That's what it looks like.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a little different. I wish I had my like actual fire helmet I wear right now at work.
Right.
But even like my dad's, I'll grab that too. Even that, I always just find it interesting, just the internals, how
Yeah.
different it is.
Totally.
And I mean, my dad got in the fire service just as they were getting away from the like thigh high boots.
Hmm.
So, but Kingman at the time had the California or Phoenix Fire kind of style helmets. Now they run the traditional helmets. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That that your dad's helmet looks an awful lot like the helmet that my dad used to wear. He was a firefighter in Clear Lake, California.
yeah, yeah. So
My
a
dad
lot of
used to
California departments wear this kind of helmet. So I don't like the look, but you know what? They're a hell of a lot lighter than the traditional helmets, and it does make a little bit of a difference. But I like just how the traditional helmets look the best. The old leather helmets, I
yeah,
think they just look solid.
yeah, yeah, classy,
Oh yeah,
kinda like the movie Draft with that, the big helmet and the visor that comes down like this.
yeah, yeah. Well, mine has the little flip down, like little
Yeah.
goggles that come down, kind of cool.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
definitely interesting to see the different helmets. If you ever end up in Phoenix, you need to go to the Firehouse Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So it's a
Firehouse all this.
Firehouse Hall of Fame, Firefighter Hall of Fame, Fire Hall of Fame, something like that.
Okay.
It is a museum of just firefighter history. It has pretty much every different type of pumper, like from the hand pumpers
Mhm.
all the way up to like our classic engines that we have now. Has all the different types of helmets from around the world. Like
Wow.
super, super, super cool.
That's pretty awesome. I love museums.
Oh yeah.
I like
Yeah.
seeing like that because that's a part of our history. It's how the country became what it
Oh yeah.
is.
Yeah. Like I want to get out to Kentucky Kentucky, Georgia, Carolinas, and go to all the Civil War stuff. I'm a pretty big Civil War buff.
There's a lot of Civil War stuff
Oh
out
yeah.
here. There's a lot of stuff. And everywhere you go, like if you're in Kentucky or Indiana, uh, Tennessee or any place like that, more specifically, I'm talking about like Indiana
Mhm.
and Kentucky, you'll see a lot of Abraham Lincoln stuff
Yeah.
because this was like his childhood home. He grew up
hmm
in Kentucky and he grew up, he lived in a lot of different places. So there's a lot of history in Kentucky.
You know, he was one of the best wrestlers around.
He was a wrestler?
Yeah. I mean, like, gentleman's kind of a will
Yeah,
wrestle for sport type of deal. But yeah, yeah, he was.
like actual wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, like, yeah, yeah. I used to have this book about presidents, and Abraham Lincoln definitely by far my favorite president.
Wow. I did not know he was a wrestler.
Yep, yep.
Pretty
Back in
awesome.
his younger days, yeah, he was a very.
Okay.
I mean, he was your typical sturdy, hard-working blue collar guy.
Mhm.
Cut lumber, wrestled, had a good time. So
That's pretty awesome. I did not know that. That's something you learn. I'm gonna have to say that on the radio station now.
yeah, he wrestled. It's been so long since I read the book. I can't remember exactly what it said and described, but definitely definitely was like a pastime of his.
Yeah. Some of like my favorite all time like history stuff, more like the 80s. Tombstone happens to be like one of my favorite
Mhm.
movies. I like Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp. So they're like Tombstone is someplace I'd like to go visit. I just love that kind of stuff.
No, it's I've been to Tombstone once. I was little and it was pretty
Mhm.
cool. If you like the
Was it?
Tombstone movie, do you like comedies?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Ridiculous Six?
No.
So it's on that. It's I believe it's still on Netflix. It's a Netflix original,
Okay.
and it's kind of that Tombstone-y kind of feel, but it's a straight comedy. It'll have you rolling.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch
It's
that
got
now.
Adam Sandler. It's got who played the wolf guy in Twilight? I can never remember his name.
The Indian kid, or not Indian kid, but yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
we
about.
all know who I'm talking about.
He was the one that was in love with the girl
Yeah,
at the same time of the band.
yeah, yeah. He was like the main wolf character. Um, he was also Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Okay.
And it's got a couple big actors in it, and it's just pure comedy.
Pretty funny stuff, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, let's be real here. An Adam Sandler movie, they're all stupid, but they're all enjoyable.
They're ridiculously funny.
I have never not enjoyed an Adam Sandler movie. He is
Right.
probably one of my favorite actors.
Adam Sandler, yeah. I like a lot of his
Oh
movies,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Mr. Deed and 51st Dates and Happy Gilmore. I
hmm
like the Happy Gilmores. I watched the newer Happy Gilmore, and there's so many of them out there. It's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And he uses the same
Yeah, and he's the same person in all of them. Oh yeah.
favorite that he's got is the Water Boy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
My mama says that the girl's dead.
She showed me her boobies and I like them too.
I like him too.
That was definitely probably one of my favorite lines. I was like, relatable.
Yes, they do show their boobies, and we like that very much. That's hilarious. Gosh, my stomach's hurting. Oh man, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I was hoping to hear from you again, and I'm glad you came back on here. And I wasn't expecting you to actually go to do the sessions with Dan and his people. That's pretty awesome. I wasn't expecting that, and I'm glad you did. I really am. And it's amazing what they've done for you.
Oh yeah.
And I got to give a huge shout out to Dan and his group for putting on Killing the Hero because, yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's such a good program. I've been
Yeah.
trying to advocate it more around these parts.
Okay. Yeah. I know I've been trying to get him back on, but I know he's super busy all the time. He's always trapped. So it's hard to get him nailed down to come back. And I've been wanting to get him back here because I was thinking about you and I was like, I know he's waiting to hear that podcast again. But now that then you don't have to worry about
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know firsthand.
I do know firsthand. Yep, it was. I will say it was definitely a jumping off a cliff blindfolded, and
Mhm.
someone telling you that you'll be fine landing at the bottom. Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Yep. The trust fall.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a trust fall, and I felt like it did great job, great work.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah. What they do is a great thing and they have a wonderful organization and I always try to plug them as much as I can. Even on the radio station, I plug them as much as I can, especially the Thin Line Rock station, because that's primarily a first responder radio station. So I know a lot of first responders are listening because they respond. There's a website they can go to and they can respond to everything that we're doing. And me personally, I'm kind of a dick on the radio on the Thin Line Rock station. I don't care if I offend anybody. I just say what I say, and that's just it. And the station managers are like, "Hey, you're doing a great job. No complaints here."
Oh yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
we've got a lot of good feedback from people.
Yep. Speaking of feedback, I do want to tell you that the feedback that I got from when I was on the podcast was phenomenal. I had a lot of people come to me telling me or thanking me for sharing my story and that they weren't alone. So that was super cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. You know, it's helping people. It's helping you, and obviously, we got you connected with Healing the Heroes. Just by telling you about it, and it's helping other people because they heard your story.
Mhm.
They're going to hear this story about how you worked with Healing the Heroes, and they might want to try that and reach out and do the same thing.
I sure hope so. Yeah, I sure hope so.
That's all.
I hope if it proves anything that you're whatever you're going through, regardless, you're still a normal person behind your uniform.
Exactly. You're still a human being.
I mean, I like everything that the next guy likes. I like to golf. I like to spend time with my family. I like to shoot. I like to hunt. I watch movies.
Mhm.
I scroll TikTok.
Yeah. Right. That's awesome. Yeah. You know, going to the gun range, that's some
Oh yeah,
good therapy. Gunpowder therapy.
yeah. It
Absolutely.
I wasn't able to go to the gun range until after Healing Heroes.
Really, because it triggered you
Yep,
quite a bit.
yep. The gunshots definitely. My buddy and I, we both tried after a couple months after our incident, and we were definitely on edge the entire time. And I didn't go back until after Healing Heroes. I can't speak for
I can
him,
imagine.
but yeah, it was definitely difficult going back. So yeah, definitely super cool what that program does.
That's amazing. I'm really glad that to hear it from you because I only talked to Dan personally and I went through the session, so I know personally what it does and how it's helped me. But to hear it from somebody else and how it's helped them is just huge, totally huge. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that with me. That really makes my day. It
Absolutely,
really makes me happy.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not to get into the serious stuff on this fun podcast, but definitely needs to be said.
No, hey, we're just sitting there shooting shit
Oh yeah,
and talking about whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I mean, but there's always something to be learned here. You did something, you stepped out of your comfort zone, you did something, you had to go through the fire first to come out on the other end, and look at you. You're able to go to the range, you're able to do your thing, and you could sleep at night, not have the nightmares, and just live a normal life and do the job you love to do.
Yep. It's for any first responder, for any military, for anyone out there that's ever been told be comfortable being uncomfortable, it is
Mhm.
the most important thing you can do, not only in the job, but in your healing process. You got to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Just like you're
Yep.
uncomfortable sitting in a little trying to scoot through a little tiny crevice with your pack off your back and barely able to fit while you have your SCBA on, or sitting in the gas chamber as a cop taking your mask off, or in the military or anything like that. Like, it's uncomfortable. Be comfortable with that. Make sure you're doing it outside with your healing process too. It's huge.
Yep. It'll get harder before it gets better, but if you work through it,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna come out a better person. That's pretty awesome.
Just like going to the
That's
gym.
amazing. Exactly. It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna suck.
That's just gonna that's I know. That's why I gotten pretty lazy about, but I did lose 20 pounds.
You know,
I lost 20
I'm
pounds.
down 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's pretty awesome.
In fact,
That is awesome.
this is one of the first drinks I've had in a month and a half.
Okay.
So,
That's
I
pretty
mean,
awesome.
I've cut out alcohol like a lot, but you know what? This was a
Pretty
special occasion, and I wanted to have a little drink.
right. Might as well. I mean, I'm having a drink with you, brother.
Yeah, there we go.
Right here. Woodford Reserve Double Oak, which it's made right here in Kentucky, and then we deliver pallets to this company right here.
Oh yeah, Woodford Reserve. Yeah,
Yeah, we deliver pallets to them, and yeah,
I get a bottle of that every
I had to
once in a
try
while.
it. Yeah. I had to try it. That's all I drink. Besides scotch, I get the 25-year-old Brendamans. It's like 100 and something bucks, but you go to Total Wine in
Mhm.
Lexington. It's still really smooth and really good,
Yeah, we got
and still made in.
a distillery down here in Havasu. I can never remember the distillery's name, but they actually made a whiskey for our local union called the 4191, and it's
Really?
I would say it's more of a bourbon than it is anything else. They don't really have a label on what kind of whiskey it is. It's just whiskey. But
Yeah.
yeah, super good. I actually need to go pick up a couple more bottles.
It's like, I got to go get some now. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get down there and get some.
Yeah. Yeah. It's strange being here in Kentucky because no matter where you go in this part of the country, in Kentucky, because I live in central Kentucky, there are distilleries everywhere. Jim Beam, Four Roses, Wild Turkey, and the Bardstown Bourbon, and Heaven Hill, Evan Williams. They're all around. We deliver pallets to every one of those companies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, I've always thought about moving back east. Maybe Kentucky's a good shout.
They do have a Bourbon Trail, which I have not gone on yet. And there's a bus that takes you, or you could drive yourself, but you got to have a designated driver. But you can go on the Bourbon Trail and follow the trail to all the distilleries around Kentucky.
I think my A shift boys need a good vacation.
Yeah, Bourbon Trail would be a good one,
I
but
think so.
I don't know, something. You might want to have a driver because you might not make it.
Oh, we got one guy
Yeah.
who's sober.
One guy, just one
He'll
guy.
record everything for us. He is my buddy Colin. He is absolutely my best friend. And I'm going to give a shout out to him because his support has helped me grow as well. So
That's all.
yeah, he is such an awesome guy, and he's about to have his first kid here in the next week. So
That's amazing.
yeah,
Colin, congratulations.
I will.
That's amazing. That is awesome.
Yeah,
He's going to be a father.
Yep, he's been sober
Better.
for 5 years as of January. He's just an absolute inspiration to really anyone when you get to know him.
He should be. Yeah, should be.
In fact,
Sounds like a
he is someone that I will try and get on this podcast because he's got just a magnificent story of his own.
okay.
So I think
Yeah, you can send him our.
yep, I think you would really enjoy him.
Absolutely, we would be honored to have him on the podcast, and we'll talk with him and interview him and stuff, and get his story. That would be an honor for us.
Yeah, he is.
Really would.
He is definitely one of my best friends, and definitely the guy that has pulled me out of a lot of deep shit.
He sounds like an amazing, amazing person.
Oh, he is.
He sounds like he's been. Oh, he knows.
Yes, he does. He does. Him and his wife. His wife is also an amazing person too. I mean, he puts up with the guy, or
Mhm.
she puts up with the guy.
Sounds like my wife.
Yeah, yeah, just an amazing family all around.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing really good. And yeah, if you want to give him our information, give Colin our information, I would be glad to have him on here. He's more than welcome to. He is somebody that would be loved and honored on our podcast,
Absolutely, he
just
would.
like you have.
Absolutely.
And I definitely appreciate you having a drink with me
Oh,
and my double oak and your scotch.
my glass is empty.
I'm jealous you got. I just been nursing it, so
I mean, I only pour about a shot of. Looks like a big glass, but there's this big old little thing that's supposed to look like ice right in the middle. So it's like
okay.
not as much as you actually think it is.
Yeah, I got the silver, or the not the silver, but the rock. It's in the shape of the. I don't know if you know what the Death Star is.
Yes. Do I know what the Death Star is?
I'm testing your age. Come on, man.
Okay, my dad was a huge Star Wars buff. He saw the original Star Wars in theaters.
Wow. So you saw it. See, Star Wars came out 2 months before I was born. 2 months, and that's like all-time favorite sci-fi movie ever. The trilogy and all that stuff.
In fact, so my grandma took my dad to go see one of the Star. I can't remember which Star Wars movie it was, but went to go take him to see this movie. My grandma ended up falling asleep during the movie, and during a big loud scene, she woke up and screamed, "Turn that shit down!" and dares the crap out of my dad. She told this story back when my dad was still around. Told this story, and my dad just red in the face, just absolutely embarrassed. It was the best.
That's funny. That is so funny. I couldn't imagine. Oh yeah. So yeah, my ice. I got the. It's like a 4-pack. You fill it
Mm.
up with water. They look like a Death Star because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and so I have that, and it's obviously melted down to nothing, but it's pretty big. It's like I don't know,
Yeah.
a golf ball size, bigger than that, and I put that in my rocks glass. So these are on our website.
Yep. I'm
And
gonna go
they're
order one as
ordered.
soon as we're done here.
He's like, I'm getting one of those. Yeah. This is the off-duty one, and we have a regular one
I'll probably
with
get both.
the foundation. Yeah. And then we also have the slightly unhinged ones too with my I have a logo for my radio station, which is my just like for my own session,
Mhm.
but all of our DJs have their own logos. And this is my logo for my radio.
That is
You see
badass.
that? Rico's Rock Headlock Unhinged.
I like that.
That's my vanity plate. I keep that here so I can remember what station I'm on. Because I'll mix them up.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, life has been going crazy. It's been going absolutely nuts. We were invited on the Thin Line Rock Station. This happened after we had spoke with you. A lot's been going on. My wife came out with another podcast. We came out with another podcast that her and I do together. It's called Beyond the Back Roads, and it's all about creepy stories like urban legends that are sort of true, but you can only get that from the locals that tell you their story about certain things, things that we learned and things that we experienced. like the Niles Canyon because of California. In Niles Canyon from Fremont to Sonoma, there's a canyon that runs all the way, and there's a woman who had died in the late 50s, early 60s, and she comes out at night and she causes vehicles to wreck
And
because they don't want to hit her.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that. That I love creepy stories.
And that, yeah, that's for free, and that's on YouTube. It's called Beyond the Backroads Podcast,
Okay.
and my wife and that we have like 3 or 4 episodes out right now.
I'm gonna write that down right now. I actually carry a notepad with me nowadays.
Yeah, and I'm not the greatest script writer, or script reader. I suck at it, but she's badass. Anyhow, but that's one of the I think one of the creepiest podcasts that I have ever heard, and I do all of the music to that,
Okay.
even the background and the wind, windy sounds that you hear in the backgrounds and in the introduction. I actually did that with my own breath.
Yeah. If you like those kind of creepy stories and all that, there's a YouTube channel that I follow. I've been following it for years and years now. Called Blue Spooky.
Blue Spooky, huh?
Yeah, he does really good,
Okay.
and he'll do like the creepy stories, and then like the background is usually like rain, like a nice calming rain with the creepy story. Super good ambiance.
Yeah. Yeah, we got, music, light music, like, that I've created that's kinda eerie
Hmm.
type of music and wind in the background of ours that I put together. We do have an episode coming up. We haven't done it yet, but one of them is going to be about the gray man in North Carolina. We have another one that's coming out that will be about the prison, the original, territorial prison in, Deer Lodge, Montana.
Hmm.
'Cause there is some freaky shit there, and also the prison in, Mansfield, Ohio. I've been to that one a couple of times to visit, do the tours. One was on Halloween, and the other one, we actually did a tour, and there is definitely something there. There's some creepy shit going on there because we were upstairs in this building, and there was sunlight beaming, and it was hot outside. We went into this room, there's no vents in this room. And this one room, it's really hot, and you walk into the next room without vents, and the window was shining bright in the window, and it got like 10 to 15 degrees colder in that room.
Goodness, sorry, my phone's dying, so I gotta. Then
It's like, I gotta get a
yeah, I gotta
yeah,
reposition.
but
There we go.
it's crazy though because, I mean, 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what you were in. I mean, as soon as you pass the threshold, it's like, "Whoa, what the" and there's sunlight booming in, and there's no vents in there. It's like, "What the
Yeah,
how is that?"
yeah. We got a place out here called Slaughterhouse Canyon.
Okay.
The old story was it was a slaughterhouse for cattle and all that good stuff. But some sketchy demonic stuff went down, and if you stay the night out there, you're bound to um have some demonic encounters. I have friends that claim that they've been scratched and bit and just like whole 9 yards.
Really?
Yeah, I've never experienced it out there, and I mean, I was a young dumb teenager once, and we literally just went and slept in the prime spot. We grabbed a sleeping bag, no tent, no nothing, just slept in the dirt and nothing for
Weird.
at least me. I definitely have some stories like revolving around my job up at one of my like volunteer department. Like
Mhm.
we've had the bell go off, and I like to tell this story because it's a creepy story. We had a that station Pinion Pines. They still have the old traditional bell that goes off when you get a call. So it was like 2, 3 in the morning. I was we're two man station out there. We sleep upstairs, up in an upstairs kind of bunk area. And I hear the bell go off. So I'm getting ready, or I get ready and I get my pants on and boots on and all that. And I'm walking out the door, and the door going downstairs closes as I'm walking out of my room. So I'm like, oh, damn it, my partner's beating me. Oh yeah, whatever. So I opened up, I go down and I hear the footsteps down the stairs. I hear thunk, 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 thunk. And my partner is not a small guy. He's like 6'2", 300 pounds. He's a big boy. And so I hear him thunk, 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 down to the stairs. There's the driver's seat. I was driving that day. I hop in, expecting to have my partner next to me. No partner. I'm like, what the heck? So I start the truck. I get out it. I think we got toned it, or I thought it was a traffic accident or something. So turned the truck on. I got out, put my bunkers on, got back in the truck. Still no partner. I'm like, what the hell? So I walk around the truck. No partner. Bunker gear still sitting right there next to the truck.
Wow.
So I'm like, so I take my bunker gear off real quick so I can go back upstairs and see what's going on. Go back upstairs, and my partner is dead asleep.
What?
Yeah, dead asleep. And so I'm like trying to wake him up, and he's one of the guys where like you want to be careful waking up because he might swing on you.
Yeah.
So I get him up and I'm like, hey, I think we had a call, but I didn't hear any additional radio traffic. And he's like, well, call alarm, see what's up. So I called our dispatch, and they're like, yeah, no, you never got a call. And like I
Oh my
was
God.
like, what the heck?
You got a call, but from somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely. There's some freaky stuff that happens in the fire service sometimes, especially in your rural departments.
That is crazy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I've experienced some ghost stuff, but nothing that, pronounced. I mean, I seen like spirits, like the images in person, but they were like friendly. They were white.
Oh yeah.
You can tell that they were friendly. They weren't going to harm you. So it felt safe. And, my ex-wife had, I was working night shifts, and she was in bed, and, when I was at work, the dogs had perked up and were looking around, and we lived in this apartment upstairs, and an elderly man lived downstairs, and he was not very mobile. He had one of those little chairs,
Mhm.
and they heard footsteps in the apartment upstairs, and, so she thought somebody was upstairs coming to the door, and the dogs just looked up and were looking around, and she went and talked to the neighbor downstairs, and, he said, "No, nobody was here. Nobody came around," because he's up all night anyways.
Yeah.
He can't walk, but he's up all night anyways. He's an old man.
Yeah.
And he told us that the place that we lived was an old mortuary. And the upstairs apartment was where the guy lived, and then the downstairs was where they processed the bodies. And
Huh.
then they had a basement where they lower the bodies and do all the, you know, bombing and stuff, and then they bring them up and have them the showing and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, when when I was buying a house, so my cousin's a realtor, and I had her help me with buying a house and all that good stuff. And she's like, "Is there anything like you specifically don't want?" And I was like, "Yeah, I specifically don't want someone who just died in a house."
Yeah, that's important.
I was like, I would rather not know that I haven't been in this house before.
Right. And you don't wanna feel nobody watching you while you're taking a shower,
Yeah,
unless it's your wife.
yeah, absolutely.
Looking around like, "What the hell was that?"
Absolutely.
Man, that's crazy. I can imagine. I can imagine. You know, being on this side of the country, there is a lot of graveyards, a lot of history, a lot of death, and there are a lot of battlefields, and we don't live too far from a battlefield. It's over in Paragould. It's only like 14 miles away. It's called the Paragould Battlefield,
Mhm.
and that was the Civil War. There is a fort not too far from our house because Harrodsburg, Kentucky was the very first city or town that was established in Kentucky. There is a fort like not even a couple of miles away from our house. It's called Fort Herod, and it's a state park. And there's a lot of history there. We have
Mhm.
not been to that park yet. We've been here for over 2 years.
Hey, you got to get over there.
Yeah, and it's just like a walk away. It's not that far away. I got to take my RC helicopter
I got to say,
planes
I'm a
over there or
little
something.
jealous because, man, I love that stuff. I absolutely love that
Yeah,
stuff.
right. Yeah. And in Lexington, there is a castle right off of US 60 in Lexington. It's the Lexington Castle. And when I first proposed to Brienne, I was trying to save up money because I wanted to rent the castle so I could have the wedding there. But it costs a lot of fucking money to do that. But it's really nice. It's a really gorgeous looking castle. They do dinner. You can go there for dinner. They have hotel rooms in there. I got to check it out. I really do. I like castles.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like castles too. I want to go to like Ireland, Scotland, England, Germany, specifically like
Yeah,
check out castles and all that good stuff,
there's definitely a lot of history
and try their
in
whiskey and their
that.
beer.
Yeah, see if it's as strong as ours. I imagine their beer's strong.
Well, so I actually just recently found out that thing about like Germans drinking their beer lukewarm most of the time isn't as true as it sounds. They prefer it
Oh,
chilled.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird to drink piss warm beer.
yeah.
That would not be good.
Maybe not as cold as we like it, but they like it chilled,
Yeah, I like mine as cold as the Rockies.
just below freezing.
Yep. If the mountains are blue, then it's good to drink.
There we go. Unless it's free, then just give me the beer.
Yeah, it don't matter what kind of beer it is. If it's free and it's cold, let's drink it.
Best kind of beer is free.
Right. Exactly. Anyways, I gotta get going here. So I can get this edited,
Yeah, me too.
and I do have to other things to do. I got some more tracks to do
I got dinner to get
because
started.
I dinner. I'm way past dinner already.
It's not
Oh, you're in
not even
Arizona.
6 o'clock here.
Yeah. Let's see, what time is it here? It's like
Could be close to
it's
9.
yeah, yeah, almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's still light outside.
Oh, nope, it's dark. It's dark here, as you can see. I could turn off my light. You can see how dark it is.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I only have one light on right now.
Yeah, so I gotta get this edited and do some tracks for the radio station, and because I got the thin line to do, and then plus I have our own. I have the late night slow jams, uh, Friday and Saturday evenings from 10 to midnight. That's Eastern Standard Time, obviously. And then thin line rock station, I do the 2 hours Tuesday and Thursday from 8 in the morning until
You
noon.
said it's the Thin Line Rock
That's
Station.
yeah, thin line rock station. It's the app. It has the logo with the headset and the star in the middle. It's not a star, but it's a yellow badge. I don't know if you could see it or not. Oh, no, you can't see it with the sticker.
I wrote it down.
I don't have any. Yeah, but it's got a yellow badge in the middle, and the headphones are red and blue on each side. The thin blue line, it says the Thin Line Rock Station, and there's two stars on the end. Yeah, we're my wife and her DJs. I'm on there twice a week. and mine's at 8 in the morning until noon, Tuesday and Thursday. And then I do that. My show on that radio station is called Rico's Rock Headlock.
Well, I'll have to
That was something that
I'll have to look it up.
yeah. I don't know if you'll be up by then, unless you work early mornings.
I got a kid that likes to wake up at like 5 in the morning, which is
Well, you can always turn it on.
8 to noon your time.
Well, if you download the app, it's free to download. It's free to listen to.
All right.
We do the same thing that they do. They're the ones that actually helped us get our station going. So, and ours is Slightly Unhinged Radio, and our app is like very colorful. It's not unnoticeable. Let me tell you that. But you can go to slightlyunhingedradio.com and you'll see us there. And then the thinlinerockstation.com, they have a website also. And you'll see, if you go to DJs, you'll see us on there as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I got it all written down right here.
Yeah. And they got merch too. So
Awesome.
they got all kinds of merch.
Awesome. Sounds like I'm going to be spending some money.
It's like, hey, you got to support, because that's what keeps the stations going.
Absolutely. Right? You guys do such a great job.
I appreciate that. And we try to, bring light to a lot of things, and we also try to entertain our first responders. And if you ever listen to my station, I hope you don't get offended, because I get rowdy.
You think I got feelings?
Geared towards, first responders, because I love my first responders. Well, I'm just like really raw. I'm real. I'm unapologetic.
Perfect.
I mean what I say. I mean, and I don't apologize for it. Right.
Perfect.
So that's just how even on our station, I don't. It's like, I say what I mean what I say.
That's what I like to hear.
If you don't like it, there's a button right over there. You could turn it off.
Yep. That's what I like to hear.
And we haven't received any calls from the station managers, because they didn't like us. They would cancel us really quick.
Yeah, managers can have the power to do that.
Yeah. And he actually told me one time, he says, yeah, our numbers are doing really well, and they've gone up since you guys started. I'm like, right on. That's what I like to hear.
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
Pretty awesome. So you have to check that out, and you could check out our radio station. We play all kinds of different genres of music. Right now, all of our DJs aren't on there. We do have, in the mornings, we have Upstate Cowboy. He does a morning show from, I think, 8 to 10. And then we have shows on the weekends with the in-laws. They do their own little show. Tim, he does, it's called Smoky Tea, because he smokes a lot of marijuana. But he's retired. He's an old truck driver, and he could do what the fuck he wants, right?
Absolutely.
He did this, do whatever he wants. So, I don't hold any grudges. And so they call him Smoky Tea. And his wife, well, my mother-in-law episode, or her show, is called On the Flip Side, because Smoky Tea, he has a lot of vinyls. He loves vinyl records. And her thing is on the flip side, side B, because she's the other half of him. Yeah. And my wife's, hers is Coffee and Chaos, because she is chaotic sometimes. Obviously, mine's the Rock Headlock.
Most wives are.
For sure. We have Big Ant, Anthony Crane. He's from North Augusta, the Carolinas. And he does a show. It's called The Mouth from the South, because he sounds like the mouth from the South.
I'm going to have to ask him to say,
he's from the South.
I'm going to have to ask him to say oil. Oil. I had an instructor in Texas. Oil. Make sure the chainsaw is filled with oil. Loved it.
It's either Well, Earl. That's for sure. Yeah, you will. You can do that. You can go on to our Slightly Unhinged Radio and request that he say oil on there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
His name his name is Anthony Crane, but he goes by Big Ant, DJ Big Ant, and he is on there. Jason is on Thursdays. He lives in Houston, Texas, and he's Jason Andrews, and he's on a radio station. He's also on the Thin Line Rock station as well.
Awesome. Well, I'll have to check all of that out.
Yeah, check it out. And we're slowly putting in all of our new DJs at a time. Do you know EMS Barbie on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she is going to be one of our DJs. I think she's going to be on Fridays.
There you go.
She hasn't started yet doing her tracks. We met a lot of people in Wilmington that are going to be our DJs that we're going to be filtering them out because it takes a lot of work to put the music together. We have the rights to the music and all that stuff, but putting the tracks together, and because everybody has their own genre that they do. We have a gal, her name is Debbie. She lives in Texas. She's the Texas Time Warp, and she does a lot of 80s music in that genre. And then we have other people that do like specifically 90s. I do like rock. We have one guy that does heavy metal and grunge. And then plus I do the slow jams. And then Anthony, he does like a lot of the music, like Leonard Skinner type music and all that kind of stuff. Plus we do rap, R&B, all that kind of everything from 70s till 2010.
And I am excited to check all this out.
You should. And be prepared. Don't listen to it with your kid around.
Let's be real here. He hears worse from me.
There will be a lot of cussing, and trust me, I cuss a lot on the radio.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's online, it's freedom of speech. We're not bound by the FCC. So, and we speak our mind, we speak our truths, and just like on the Thin Line, I do the same thing. I tell people, "Fuck you." If you don't like it, fuck you.
Welcome. I like it. I like it.
It's like on the other one, if you don't like the music I'm playing, then get the fuck out of here. This is my radio station.
Exactly.
I've said it. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. So be prepared for all that stuff. We have some lighter DJs that are very tame. And Issa, she's one of our DJs as well. She's in Florida. She's an EMS. And she does the Spill the Tea. And she does like the dating stuff and talks about, the man versus woman type shit.
How fun.
But everybody's got their own flavor, their own type, and we pretty much allow people to express themselves how they want to express themselves and give them the music that they like. And we purchase the music and we let them have at it. We just set up a playlist for them and let them do their thing.
There you go. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look.
You can download the apps. They're on the phone. They're for free. So check them out. They're live right now. We don't have any DJs on right now. Let's see what time is it? 9. So my session actually just got over because I'm from I do a 4-hour session, so from 4 to 8 on Fridays, and then I will be back on tonight from 10 to midnight. And I do the late night slow jam, so there's a whole different persona there, and some kind of dirty talking.
There you go.
It doesn't get like too provocative. It just gets like, trying to get people in the mood to do their business. Nothing.
There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Well, I ought to let you get to that.
Yeah. That's right. All right, brother.
All right. Great talking to you again.
You too, brother.
You have
Hope to see you again. And don't get your buddy Colin on here. We'll be it would be an honor to speak with him. That'd
Absolutely.
be awesome.
Absolutely. You have a great night.
You too, brother.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.
That's going to wrap up this off-duty conversation. Thank you for spending time with us and for being part of the 8158 community, where we honor the stories in uniform and the lives lived beyond it. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the 8158 podcast so you don't miss future off-duty conversations and our regular Sunday episodes. Until next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you back on duty soon. Salud.